Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you haven't already, please like, share, comment, subscribe. In today's video, we are going over another eBay buy. I picked this Hickey Freeman sport coat up. Didn't have to place it on a bid, just bought it at its full retail price. However, this is a special fabric. This is a Loro Piana 100% Super China Cashmere sport coat. By far, this is the softest sport coat that I've ever felt. I'm going to go over the canvas construction, the fabric, a little of the history about Loro Piana, and everything about the sport coat from the inside to the outside and what I have on. So stay tuned. Like I stated in previous videos, if you guys have not checked on YouTube for a lot of high quality garments, you are really missing out. Again, I found this sport coat on YouTube. If you're having trouble with the filters, just drop me a comment in the comment section. I'll be glad to help you. I encourage everybody just to take a look. Made to measure bespoke garments are nice. However, if your finances are in order for those, eBay thrift stores are another place to find high quality garments if you know exactly what you're looking for. I'll let you guys in a little secret. I bought this Loro Piana Hickey Freeman sport coat, again, 100% Super China Cashmere, for $40. I'm not kidding. If you know what you're looking for and you know how to use the filters, you can find some absolutely amazing items on there that will last you a lifetime if you know how to take care of them and you use proper garment care. I have a video listed that you guys should check out about that. Again, under $50 for an absolutely beautiful sport coat if you know how to use the filters and you know how to navigate eBay correctly. Cashmere is known as one of the world's finest raw materials, and Loro Piana Cashmere is known for its superlative softness, warmth, lightweight, and finesse. Loro Piana only buys the best and finest cashmere from across northern China to Mongolia. Loro Piana has a almost silky feel and is outstandingly fine, measuring almost 15 microns for adult cashmere. Now that we touched the brief history of Loro Piana Cashmere, let's talk about Hickey Freeman. Hickey Freeman, again, was a company established in Rochester, New York, bringing fine menswear to the New York upstate area. That said, this is another Hickey Freeman sport coat. I have a number of suits and sport coats. I've done videos on those in the past. I would highly encourage you guys to check out Hickey Freeman. A lot of their suits, the later models, which we consider vintage, you can find those at a really good price. At the same time, you can also get a made-to-measure garment by Hickey Freeman. It will cost you a little more. However, they are using the finest and high-quality materials to give you the best garment in the best fit. As you can see in the button construction, this is a 3-roll 2 sport coat. For those who aren't familiar with the terminology of a 3-roll 2, it is 3 buttons, 1, 2, and the third one. However, the 3-roll 2 comes from the way the lapel is rolled, so the button is almost in disguise behind the lapel of the jacket. That said, a 3-roll 2, the top button where the roll is, this button is not the one that you button. Even though there's 3 buttons, it is supposed to be worn as a 2-button jacket. So you only have to button the second button. Again, to many individuals who may not know what a 3-roll 2 is, you may or may not be able to see that if I'm wearing the jacket in this manner. However, you will be able to see the buttonhole of the jacket. However, the third button on the sport coat is behind the roll of the lapel right here, making it a 3-roll 2 sport coat. A 3-roll 2 is a staple in a lot of gentlemen's wardrobe. It is a classic Neapolitan style. However, it has been adopted by many other menswear labels Again, it's a beautiful roll. A lot of lower quality sport coats may not have the roll of the lapel, and this is due to having a hand padded lapel. So if you see 3-roll 2s and the buttons are just sticking out 1, 2, 3 and there's no roll lapel, that is another way that you can differentiate between a high quality garment and a lower quality garment, one being where the third button is almost disguised behind the roll of the lapel. Now let's talk about the canvas of the garment. This is a full canvas garment. I expect that from a company like Hickey Freeman, and if they're getting their fabric from Loro Piana. That said, a full canvas garment, the chest piece would start around the shoulder of the garment, suit or sport coat, and come all the way down to the bottom pocket. Some stop in the middle of the pocket of the sport coat, and they're usually a horsehair canvas or a wool cotton type of canvas. I'm not sure what this canvas is. However, you can do the pinch test again, grabbing the outer layer of fabric and the inner layer, pulling them apart, and if you can feel a third layer in between there, that is usually the canvas, which would be a floating canvas, which you want something that's not going to be fused or glued in the garment, just so it moves with you and it gives you a better shape throughout the suit or sport coat. Let's talk buttonholes. This specific garment, these have Milanese buttonholes. What is a Milanese buttonholes? Milanese buttonholes were originated in Italy and used by Italian tailors in France. Supposedly these are the apex of fine menwear suiting, bespoke garments, made to measure garments that have Milanese buttonholes. That said, a Milanese buttonhole, I hope this is in focus, as you can see, the jacket is cut and then it's sewn. If you can see that, they take a strip of wire, wrap it around the buttonhole, and then it is sewn meticulously through to give that beautiful shape. And there's a difference between a cut buttonhole and one that has been hand sewn. As you can also see, again, I hope this is focusing, you're able to see that it's cut and the piece of wire is sewn around to give it that beautiful shape. And this is another indicator of a high quality garment. That said, you do not have to specifically buy garments that have Milanese buttonholes. If they're not a cheaply made garment, you will see some hand quality within them. However, on a higher end of garments, you will see Milanese buttonholes. That said, these are also horned buttons. As you can see, horned buttons throughout the garment, even on the sleeve construction. Just another indicator that the maker took the time and effort to put together a high quality garment. Now let's talk about the vent style. This specific garment is ventless. I am not one to make a big deal about no vents, single vent, or double vents. I think it just depends on whatever your preference is. A lot of sartorialists will say you have to have garments that are double vent, which is 2 vents on the side split right next to the hips. However, I've stated this before, if you find garments that you enjoy wearing, high quality fabric, then it shouldn't matter if it's a single vent, double vent, or no vent. If it's flattering to your physique and it's aesthetically pleasing, by all means, get what you desire if that's what you want. Let's talk about the color. This color, I'll scoot in. This is a forest green sport coat, forest green cashmere. It's a herringbone pattern. I hope that that shows up, herringbone pattern, and it has little flecks of black in this garment. This is a stunning winter, fall garment to wear. The cashmere, again, is super soft. It's one of the softest I've ever felt. It may be the softest I've ever felt, to be completely honest. This color matches the time of season around fall, winter, when the leaves change and everything starts to get more earthy tones. This will be an absolutely amazing color. If you haven't picked up any green, I would highly suggest any classic men to incorporate elements of green in your wardrobe. The Gentleman's Gazette has an outstanding video on how to pair and wear green, which if you look at my outfit today, you will see a lot of tones of green, beige, brownish tones just to get the vibe of the fall winter season. When I got this garment, I know it was used. However, the boutonniere hole right here and the front pockets were all stitched as if this was a new garment. For those who've gotten new garments before, you'll notice that the vents will still be stitched in, the pockets will be stitched in, the boutonniere hole will be stitched in, and the breast pocket for the pocket square would still be stitched in. All of these were still stitched in, so it's my assumption that this was a new garment and the individual may or may not have known the quality of the garment and just wanted to sell it. So when I got it, I went ahead and safely cut all the pockets, the pocket square to hold my pocket square, and the boutonniere hole. One thing about the boutonniere, which I really like, this little thing they did right here, they put a little loop, so when you are wearing a boutonniere, you can stick it through the boutonniere hole, and there's a little holder right there just so your boutonniere stays in place. Another thing about this garment, peak stitching. Peak stitching is little handwork that is done on the edges of the lapel, goes all the way down to the hem of the sport coat. Again, another indicator that this is a high quality garment and that they took the time to make sure that they're adding quality to this beautiful sport coat. The lining on this sport coat, this is a full lining. However, this is a silk lining. For those who have not had a silk lined suit or sport coat, and you either had polyester, rayon, Bember, Krupo, which is really nice. If you haven't had a silk garment before, the lining, the softest lining I've ever felt. I understand the difference now of having a silk lining to a polyester lining when I first started out, to a Bember Krupo lining, and then now having a silk lining, and just understanding the softness of the garment when you put it on. I put this on without a t-shirt and it's just buttery smooth. Another indicator of a higher quality garment. I'll take this off so you can get a better look. Throughout the jacket, Hickey Freeman put their logo. So I'm hoping this shows up. They have their logo throughout the sport coat, which I thought was a really nice detail that they put on there. I'm not sure if this is a indicator of a higher quality garment. However, to me this signifies that this may have been a custom garment. I'm not sure how many times it was worn. However, this just shows that this was a piece that may have been commissioned, and these are a little bit of the details that Hickey Freeman put into the lining. Again, silk lining. If you guys haven't had a chance to feel what a silk lining feels like compared to Bember Krupo, you will understand the difference and know what I'm talking about once you try them both on. The maintenance on a sport coat like this, when I first got it, first thing I did, I hung it up. It came folded up. Hanging it on a proper hanger that fits the shoulders so it can alleviate some of the wrinkles and get back to its natural shape. You want to take a spray bottle full of alcohol vodka specifically. I got this tip from the Gentleman's Gazette, and spray the garment inside and outside with vodka, not flavored vodka. Do not distill it with water, but just regular vodka to get the vintage smell out of the garment. So once it dries, it eliminates that smell. Get a steamer, steam the garment inside and outside. Let it sit, let it breathe for a little bit. Then go back and brush the garment with if you have a horsehair brush or a lighter brush. Again, you don't want to damage the cashmere, but you just want to make sure you are treating this garment properly. So routine maintenance like that is something that I would encourage. As least as you could, do not take your garments to the dry cleaners. I'm talking specifically trousers, sport coats, unless you get stains on them that you cannot get out yourself, then take them to get professionally done. However, if that's not the case, go to the dry cleaners as least as possible. Again, you want to save the garment, and you don't know the type of technique they're going to use, because if you get a garment with a beautiful lapel roll, they may press it flat, and you may not have that beautiful roll. I said, let's take a look on the inside of the coat. So you can see here, it says Hickey Freeman right there. Hickey Freeman, was this a customized clothier, Rochester, New York. On the other side, right here, again, Laura Piana, Italy, Super China, 100% cashmere. Again, just a beautiful garment. I'm so glad that I was able to find something like this. This is my first cashmere sport coat. I've had sweaters and sweater vests in the past. However, a sport coat, to me, this is on a completely different level. What am I wearing it with today? Other than the Hickey Freeman forest green sport coat, I'm wearing this beautiful green, beige, light green pocket square by Charles Tyrwhitt. I'm also wearing, this is a Pendleton tie, and it has elements of red, blue, green, beige, a lot of the colors that are indicative of the fall winter season. I'm also wearing a green pinky ring, colors malachite, hopefully that focused, and my other signet ring with my initials on it. My rotary watch, this is rose gold. Again, the rose gold color and gold color harmonize well with my complexion, so they're some of my go-tos when I'm buying watches or rings. Also, a custom shirt by Black Lapel. This is a pinstripe with a white background. Pinstripes are blue. Again, all these colors just harmonize well with what I have on. It's a lightweight dress shirt. I don't really do the heavyweights just because I am prone to sweating, so I want to make sure if I have a thick sport coat on, I want to have a light shirt just to keep the airflow so I don't get too hot when I am out and about. And let's talk about the trousers. These again are another pair of custom trousers by Black Lapel. These are brown, beige, and flecks of black. This was a Glen plaid. Hope that shows up. A Glen plaid pair of trousers, brownish tones, again very beautiful for the fall and winter, with a pair of over the calf dress socks by the Gentleman's Gazette. These are a light brown with little green and beige clocks, just to resonate with the pants, the tie, the sport coat, the pockets, where everything has earthy tones. Also, a pair of Oxfords by Allen Edmonds. These are an oxblood. If you notice, I've done a video on these, the caps. I did the patina on them to make them a little darker, just because I like my shoes to stand out a little different than everybody else's, with a pair of sovereign grade socks, not socks, but sovereign grade shoelaces by Kirby Allison Hanger Project. The red in the shoes, again, the colors harmonize with the seasons, and they also harmonize with the entire outfit that I'm wearing today. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please drop a comment in the comment section. I greatly appreciate that. Also, thank you guys for watching this and just giving me an opportunity to explain to you guys the elements of a higher quality garment. One thing that I forgot to mention, which I'll mention it now, is a hand padded lapel. If you notice on the lapel right here, you will see the hand work. You can also feel it in here. You can feel the chest piece that was put into this garment. A hand padded lapel is another high indicator of a quality garment. These models, you can get them in made to measure and bespoke. A lot of the higher end made to measure garments will have hand padded lapels. Again, just another great quality in this sport coat. That said, that'll be a wrap for today's video. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. Again, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section, and I'll see you next time.